This video is sponsored by Raycon, which means we'll hear more from them somewhere in the middle of the video.
Hello everyone, I'm Alana and welcome to my vlog channel where today I am finally doing an office tour. This is going to be a tour of my home office setup. I really love it. It's very me. Let's get to it. I feel like I should actually start right outside. So this is what is right next to my office, this beautiful Kratos. And it is right next to the outfit that I wore when I did a boxing match, which is also very Kratos themed. Into the office. So if we start right behind the door, this is just a blank wall that I've just done my best to make look slightly more interesting, starting with this big old canvas that actually just hides my electrical box. And it has a couple of cool memento-y things. This is a little note from the musician Lights, some of you might know. This was an IGN E3 badge. This one was from when I hosted the GDC Awards. This is from Cobra Kai Season 5 premiere. That one might seem like an extra weird one, but it's actually there because I did a bunch of interviews and I love Cobra Kai. So that one's really there as a memento of when I got to do that. We also have my two YouTube subscriber plaque things. This is for the Charlanazar channel and this one is for the IRL channel. And it's so funny looking at these side by side because they're they happened quite far apart. The quality, man. Look how much cheaper it got. The very top is a poster from the video game After Party that I voiced a character in. That is some art for Play, Watch, Listen, which is a podcast that I do with some of my friends. And then down the bottom here, this is my Forbes 30 Under 30 plaque. I made it on the year of 2022, but man, this guy is getting real yellow. I should probably hang it at some point and maybe see if I can restore it. Then, just to make things slightly more visually interesting, we have this little plant stand here. ZZ plant, if you don't know. Really great for low light. Obviously, this corner doesn't get a lot of light. Highly recommend a ZZ plant. And then we have my U2s for Creator Clash. So this is the same boxing outfit that you just saw kind of outside. And there's another one here that is a more basic Alana outfit. And the first of many, there are a bunch of these scattered around, onions from Layers Deep, which is an indie game that I am narrative director of. We've got another beautiful plant here, and behind it is just a cool, really cool Charizard skateboard that I managed to pull from a blind box, which is crazy. I got so lucky. That is sort of part of the entryway. Also a big mirror right here. Hello, everybody. Back it up. Obviously, we like plants. Immediately next to that, we have this God of War poster that I was gifted by the studio when I started working there. Put the little Ragnarok sticker over the top when we got gifted those when Ragnarok came out as well. I should also move this guy up. There used to be more art on this wall. This was a little message thing that we got from the studio when Ragnarok came out. So this is a little note from Eric Williams that says, "Our journey, your story, a message conceived in the early days of this project. It resonated deeply with me and reminds me how each of your stories culminated into one incredible adventure. Thank you, everyone. I will be forever grateful to all of you and the journey we've shared. Stay gold, Eric Williams." So I guess this is from when we went gold. This was a little napkin from the Ragnarok launch party and a little pin, and this is a license plate. Another onion chilling right here. And this weird thing that I have as a plant stand right here is actually a Starfield drink case. I did a little marketing thing for Rockstar for Starfield. And yeah, kept it because I just thought it was so weird and unique as a merch thing. So, moving forward, where should we go now? I guess we'll go this way. The first time that I saw the Raycon bone conduction headphones, I was like, what on earth is this magic? And frankly, even now that I've worn them for hours on end, it still feels like magic. In case you aren't familiar, the Raycon bone conduction headphones literally use bone conduction technology, allowing sound to travel through vibrations in your cheekbones rather than earbuds that go directly into your ears or cans that blast sound from over the top. It's very cool. And while there are many cool things about them, one very unique thing is that because they don't go inside your ears, you stay totally open to the outside world. I can walk my dog and take a phone call at the same time, for example, while still keeping my ears open to things that are going on around us that might distract him, like other dogs, or cars, or people. It's safety and sound all in one, plus I feel like they help me to be a little more considerate. I know I'm not cutting anybody off or blocking a sidewalk just because I couldn't hear someone, even when I'm listening to music. They also don't slip out of your ears even if you're going for a run or something, because they can't, because there are no earbuds. You also really can use them all day. They have 13 hours of battery life, and they're IP68 waterproof and dustproof. And if that wasn't enough, you're also getting premium performance without the premium price tag. Over 3 million people already love them, and they come with a 30-day happiness guarantee. So, check them out. The bone conduction headphones are perfect for refreshing your routine this spring. Go to buyraycon.com/AlanaIRLBC to get 20% off. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring. This, outside of the two random Charizards, is my big Batman shrine. Got Dark Knight Joker, the classic cowl. And I do really love this Charizard, to be fair. It's from an Australian artist called Jack of the Dust. Stunning, but obviously like a little bit out of place. I, if you didn't know, collect specifically weird Batman. I especially love that one. I love him so much. He's so chonky and look at him. I've got a little casualty over here that I didn't even notice. It is a little bit annoying to get over there. He's just gonna stay for a nap right now. I try to like pair them based on vibe so that the shelves are like matching to an extent, like to the best of my ability kind of thing. The most neglected shelf down there that also has a Leon Kennedy. Not sure why. And then we have this little Batmobile that, dude, I would love to move. I don't know where to put it though. That's where he is for now. And then this absolutely gorgeous tumbler from the Dark Knight movie. It like fully opens. That's my little Batman shrine. I try to keep the office mostly to like stuff that I've worked on for the most part. And so I keep being like, man, I gotta find an excuse to work on Batman someday, clearly. Okay, next up, we'll get to the piece de la resistance. But for now, we're gonna go with this cute bookcase. Up the very top here, an assortment of cyberpunk goods. These are limited edition cyberpunk glasses. The collector's edition, that is a can of like really weird collectible cyberpunk Doritos. And then that hat that you see up the very, very top there. Cap that says directed by Kate Siegel, which is from my time working with Kate on a movie called VHS Beyond. This shelf up here is mostly a series of awards. We won a Communicator Award in 2022 for Play Watch Listen, back when I got a hosting award from the same award show. This is the Playing Field Champion. That was, I won a video game tournament in 2014, a short film that I made, Game Developer of the Year for 2022, which is from the Game Hers. It's a female specific award show. Though I did win my fight, this is my Creator Clash 2 participation trophy. This is my Red Cross, they call it Rescue Royale Hero of the Year for 2020, which just means that I thought this is very cool when I got it. I raised more money for the American Red Cross than any other individual person in the year of 2020, which is nuts. I was doing a lot of like food bank specific stuff during COVID. This is not an award, but something that I think is so cool. Amiibo of me, sort of as a Charizard with a picture of me in the background there. Made by, I think her name's Gandacris. She made the whole box and everything. Like, isn't that crazy? Use your Alana Pierce amiibo to receive in-game items. Then we have Top YouTuber of the Year, which is a 2021, also from the Gamehers community. And then back here, Hall of Fame entry for the Nuzlocke Invitational that I did last year from Point Chrome Peachow. That's the team that I got to beat the Elite Four with, and there's me on the left there, and then on the right was my trainer, Luke. And that is also what I have this plushie here for. This is my Furret, named Furkit, was really the one who got me through that whole Nuzlocke, so I got that little plushie. This shelf is much more God of War. If we start over here, it kind of makes the most sense. So these three things specifically are books that I have words published in. I wrote some stuff for the God of War cookbook, which is really cool. In Marius Butt, this is a really fun book from Laura Kate Dale. I wrote a page or like little essay that's about Snake. This is Women in Gaming, 100 Professionals of Play. I wrote a little thing for that too. So these are just like a few books that I have words published in. Another beautiful plant. It was so small when I got it. It's really rewarding to have plants, you guys. This is so cool. This is a gift from my friend Ethan, who got this for me when we wrapped Godmother. We have the God of War Ragnarok vinyl. These two pieces here were a gift from Sideshow when I announced that I was working at Sony Santa Monica Studio. Got a couple more little God of War bits and pieces here, a couple of knickknacks. This one is the SDN Dispatch coffee mug. Got some company holiday cards, and this one is beef, a bag with beef on it from Dispatch. I just wanted to add some Dispatch merch to the shelf. The next shelf here, I have a lot of video game controls, and I need to display them better. I think I'm gonna like maybe put them on one of the walls in here. This shelf is specifically for things that are related to things that I've worked on. So this is the limited edition Cyberpunk console. That was actually sent to me by a fan, which is crazy. Like I was so shocked that that person was willing to send that to me. I've never used it. This is the limited edition PlayStation controller that I got. It was also I think a Christmas gift for Sony employees. This is a limited edition Gears 5 controller, because I also voiced a character in Gears 5. This is the other version of the Gears 5 controller. And then we have the God of War Ragnarok controller that was gifted to me by the studio. This was like one of the first things that I ever got from the studio, was that was like part of my like welcome package, was that DualShock from Sony Santa Monica Studio. I've never opened it, probably never will. And then this here is also the Gears of War Xbox. This little guy over here is like such a weird little side thing to include. So this is, I have a Pizza Hut Gold card, which is insane, truly insane. It's actually expired now, devastatingly. I was misled. This was for quote-unquote unlimited pizza, and it was pretty much unlimited pizza until it expired. That came from them sponsoring the Video Game Accessibility Awards, which is an award show that I ran for a few years with my friend Steve. The only reason that I haven't done it in a while is really based on Steve's schedule. It's pretty tough to be a disabled person in the US right now when there are a lot of cuts to various facets of medical care, so hopefully we bring it back at some point. So what you're looking at right now, this guy just put that because it's cool. This is the Starfield limited edition watch. I guess I should get this last guy out. Okay, this beautiful thing. I cannot tell you how many people have asked to buy this from me, to which I will always say, over my dead body. This used to light up. I guess the battery's dead. Like there's like a whole track that you can see. Was a case that I got from Kojima Productions for the launch of Death Stranding, and it's one of, I believe, 6. It comes with all of the like tags that you see in game. It's like a little Sony headset. I don't even know what's on that USB. The controller and the console also came in here, but I guess that's where the battery is. There you go. I have those downstairs on a separate display. We've also got the necklace to go with the tags. I'm aware that this is like an extremely rare thing to ever be sent, to like get a gift like this from Kojima Productions, so don't want to get rid of it, and it's not like I have anywhere else to put it really. Okay, so from bookshelf, we've done all of this side of things. Now we move over to here. So the bottom side of this is a custom display that I had built by a company called Pedestal Source. I had it built specifically for these God of War statues on top that were given to me by Prime One. They are truly stunning, like just such beautifully posed things. I absolutely love them. Boulder on that side, obviously. Kratos and Atreus on this side, and then this like little plaque that comes in the middle of them. So the light on here I can change pretty much at will. But I, yeah, intentionally had a bookcase built into the bottom of it. I just have too much stuff, so I need multiple bookcases. This is a collection of books that I've been told to buy by other people who work in game development. I do have a bunch more of those. These are the ones that I've kept out. And then here we have, these are the scripts, the English voiceover scripts for Nier. That's specifically for Nier Replicant. Underneath here I have Game Informer. There's 2 issues of Game Informer there that specifically have Dispatch in them. These are scripts for various A24 movies. We have Ex Machina, Midsummer, The Witch, or The Vivitch, Hereditary, and Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then I have the Spider-Man script book as well. I do go out of my way to get scripts, and I really wish that more video game studios would release them. I recognize it's very complicated. Video game scripts are not usually presented in a way that's like, you know, they can't do them in this kind of way, but I will buy virtually all of them. And then over here, this is just a binder full of my Pokemon cards. This was another thing made by a fan. It's a crocheted version of me from the DICE Awards. And these guys here, hang on, let me put the phone down for a second and do a little show and tell here. So these were collectible PlayStation cards from the PlayStation Experience. That again, is not really a thing that happens anymore. It was a event that PlayStation used to hold. This is the whole complete deck for the 2015 still sealed event. Then we have the other 2 for the other 2 years that I got them for. Also complete decks, but these ones are open cards. They're supposed to look like a PS4. They're such good quality cards. Like here's the God of War one, Uncharted, Shadow of the Colossus. And yeah, even though I like haven't really done anything with them, they just kind of got tattered over time, unfortunately. So this is for the newer cards. These are our starters. Hell yeah. I have all of my old cards in the office, in the cupboard in there as well, but this is like the new collection. I still got some cards missing, and I don't have like all the shinies or anything, but I love some of these. The card art's just gorgeous. Okay, down here, random assortment of collectibles that I didn't want to move anywhere else. Like this is the 3 vinyl figures that they gave us for the first ever Bethesda E3 conference, which is really why I've kept them. It was very cool to be there in the room for that. Probably will never happen again. Over here we have, this is a chunk of stuff I've worked on. So We have the After Party video game case for the Switch 2. I love that. Art's so cool. This is VHS Beyond on Blu-ray. This is such a deep cut. This is the Venom Blu-ray, which I have because I am on the special edition of the Blu-ray. I did a set visit when I was a journalist, and there's footage of me on this, and then Cyberpunk on PC. Here I have completed notebooks. They're full of video game previews, basically. This one's notes from when I saw Detroit Become Human. Yeah, I keep all of these because I think it's so interesting to look back on like old video game previews. Like I'm pretty sure I've got Red Dead Redemption 2, Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh man. Desperate attempts at cutesy humor. I know I did not like this game when I previewed it, and I was really worried about like having to tell the public that it sucked. We got desperate attempts at cutesy humor. Did you see that? I shot at it. Yes, I saw it. This is overwritten. And the very bottom section here is just kind of an assortment of art books, RPG, God of War, comic, things like that. So that's there. Over here we have Banjo's bed. Obviously, that's where he sleeps when I'm doing stuff on the PC. I have my God of War Ragnarok dev team shirt up here. There's another big Play, Watch, Listen art thing here. Printer, some chairs in case anybody else comes in here. This is basic office stuff. May as well start at the top. Really don't touch this anymore for probably obvious reasons, but it's there. Switch 2 sits up here. Down here we have just a couple of controllers. These are another 2 limited edition controllers. This is my charging station for games I play here. So there's an Xbox controller, PlayStation controller. This is my PS5, my Xbox. That is another Switch. Sorry, yeah, that one's the Switch 2. The one up there is the Switch OLED, my bad. This is really just here in case like someone rings the doorbell. So that is where they all are. And I have this rigged so that the HDMI cables are all relatively loose and they feed directly into this guy, which then feeds into the monitor. So that's basically how I play any games when I'm streaming them or capturing content, is they all sit here. I just have to change the HDMI input and they go straight to the monitor. So this is just an extra microphone that's there for streaming purposes. Got 2 Elgato key lights. This is my teleprompter for my YouTube videos because I write the scripts for all of them. My big, beautiful PC up on the wall there, bless her. And this is my monitor. It is huge, but I absolutely adore this monitor. I can do so many things with it. So like usually when I'm streaming, I'll have Restream open here, which is where I read the chat. And then I have whatever game I'm playing or whatever I'm looking at over here. This is my vertical stream. This is my horizontal stream. So I can see both of those things. And then I will have the video game or whatever YouTube video I'm watching or whatever right in the middle. So it's like having 3 screens in one. The other thing that is really important for me with this particular thing is, let me show you. So if I turn on the Xbox and then I go here and we go picture by picture mode on, that side is my Xbox, 1080p screen. That side is my PC. So otherwise the desk is huge. It is a standing desk. So all of my cable management is like stuck underneath, like rigged up here. So that we can move it up and down on this guy. And I do have a under-desk treadmill, but just away right now, so I can also walk while I'm doing stuff. Most of my stuff on here, this is Logitech mouse on my Neo Automata 2B mouse pad, don't worry about it. Stream Deck there, that is also a Starfield edition that I virtually never use. This is my big sound mixer. We have 2 speakers behind there, and this is where we've got my little headphones that sit here and my mic that I just push away when I'm not using it, and then we pull it back around when I am using it. So this is what my like content creation setup looks like, and I really am super happy with it. I do always keep a little bit of lip balm over here, and then I have Play, Watch, Listen coasters that I use. I've usually got 2 because I often have like a coffee or a tea and my water bottle. And yes, the PC itself, I specifically wanted it to be like an art piece, which is why it's on the wall. Kind of a nightmare to cable manage. They largely are routed through the back, and then I have them all hanging down through here. Let's go over actual specs. ASUS TUF GeForce RTX 4080. The CPU is an Intel i9 13900K. Motherboard is ASUS ROG Z790 Maximus Apex, 32 gigs of memory, 2 terabytes of storage, ASUS power supply. The fans are infinity fans, which I also really love. The side view is genuinely really cool. The water blocks and the pumps. I did the piping myself, which took ages because these are originally just black. So I had to like get the netting over the top and then feed them in the way that they wouldn't fray. Anyone who's done that before will know how much of a nightmare that is. But really happy with the way that it looks. But yeah, the Waterblocks and pumps are EKWB, and the radiators and fittings are all Barrow. I will leave a breakdown of all my PC specs in the description, but yeah, I love it. I like that it's unique. Admittedly, anyone who has that same case as me, their PC is going to look relatively similar. But it's a true work of art. Of course, can always change it if I want to. Like if I just pull up Armory Crate and I go rainbow, then it changes to rainbow colors. And this is the setup that I work from every single day, pretty much, and where I game from. And I think that's the whole office. I feel like I rushed through this because I realized like I'm talking so fast, but it took so long. Like I was like, oh my God, it's already been 10 minutes. I think I've recorded like 40 minutes. But yeah, info will be in the description. That is it for me today, everybody. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring the video. I appreciate it. That has literally just enabled me to buy a new webcam, which I've been meaning to do for a while. I decided that I'm going to change the setup soon to sit over the side rather than directly front on, just because I think it'll be a little more interesting to look at. And I decided to buy a new webcam to do that as well. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of my world. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.